Hey Teacups, welcome to another live episode of Tea with Teash podcast. I'm your host Teash, and today we have the amazing Bonita Jalane, which is an incredible R&B recording artist based in Atlanta. And we're ready to tea about a whole lot as far as her music journey, what she has coming up, and what's going on for next year. So let me wait until she gets on screen, and then we'll really get involved in what tea is. I hope you guys are having an amazing Saturday, as I am, of course. Get in here, get in here, get in here. Okay. We are waiting. All right, Miss Bonita has stepped up on the screen, so we're going to go ahead and grab her. Like I said, we have a whole lot to dish about in a very short amount of time, so let's get to it. Bear with me. My guests all the time, so we'll see how it acts today. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, honey.
How are you, my dear?
I'm okay. Tired. I've been traveling this weekend, but we are here.
Okay, well, thank
There
you
we
so
go.
much for carving out some time, honey, because I've been listening to this album and I definitely want to get into it. So let's start. Let's ease them into it, honey. We don't want to give it out to them at once. So, as I
Okay.
mentioned, I mean, you are so cute, first and foremost,
Oh, thank you. I'm
girl.
sorry. I would have been. It was like, let me hurry up and get on here. I did not want to be late, so I was like,
Yeah.
you know what? I had I had work today and a few
Hmm.
meetings, so I had to carve it out. I was like, I got to be
Hmm.
ready by 7. So.
Okay. All right. Well, like I said, this is R&B recording artist Bonita Jalane, and we can ready to get into it. So make sure that you have your teacups ready and available. So first and foremost, congratulations on becoming a new member of the Recording Academy Atlanta chapter. How about that,
Yeah, thank you. Cheers.
girl? Okay. How did
All
you
of
feel
that
when you
good
got the
stuff.
news?
Huh?
How did you feel when you got the news? I know you was like, what?
Um, you know what? It was one of those things I had manifested the year before.
Hmm.
And it was one of those things where I've been in this new season of trusting the Most High and knowing that not being surprised about different blessings that come now.
Yeah.
And so that was one of those that was like, okay, God, I see you. Like
Yeah.
you just confirming something that I had already prayed on and manifested, and it was just like came full fruition. So when it happened, it was like, okay,
Okay.
yeah, it was, I was ready for it. So yeah.
Yeah. What a blessing that is. Like I said, so deserving. So in that moment, I know you were like, you know what, like you said, you trusted God and you were just like, okay, this is happening. Cool. On to the
Hmm.
next blessing.
Yes.
We're humble about it.
Yes. Yes. I was
Okay,
so
okay.
grateful. I was beyond grateful. It was like, okay, God, like I asked for it, I prayed on it.
Mm-hmm.
And when it came, it was like he's basically telling me, no, don't question him. Like, don't question him. It's just in his time. It's
Yeah.
his time. And
Yeah.
so, when it starts to happen and, it's on his time, it's like, okay, thank you. I'm not rushing
Yeah.
it. I'm just grateful. Yes. I'm grateful for everything.
I
I
know
burnt
how
my
that is. Yes, I feel that as well. Like, I'm just gonna let God direct traffic. I don't try to push anything anymore, force anything anymore. I let him go ahead and do his thing because I know whenever he brings it all full circle, it's just tea and it's gonna feel amazing and we're gonna be very grateful for it. So
Yes.
that's kind of how I roll too.
And
So
when he does start to bring you stuff, like when you completely start trusting him, when things start to happen that you prayed on, when it starts to happen, it's like, you know what? I'm gonna let go. I'm gonna continue. We human, so we have our
yeah.
moments, but we continue. Once I decided to trust God with everything in my career, and knowing that it's not about the music, and that
Hmm.
he's using me for a bigger purpose, everything is starting to the more blessings and the doors are being open, and whatever doors close, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, we just trust the process. That's all that means.
Hmm.
So you have really been stacking on accolades, okay? You were presented with the Best Female Vocalist Award at the ACE Awards,
Yes.
featured in Awesomely You magazine for the month of July. And then what
Yes.
about the newly released Kept Kissing Frogs album as of August the 3rd, okay?
Yes.
So, and it's available on all platforms, everybody. So make sure that you tap in, okay? It's an amazing album. and it's
Oh, thank you.
extraordinarily melodic, and it was well put together, and
Thank
I
you.
enjoy it. I love it. I listen
Thank
to it quite a
you.
bit, and
I appreciate you. Oh man, that means like you don't
yeah.
understand how much that means to me. That
Girl, cause
means
you know
so
I
much.
follow you on TikTok, and when I saw that, when I you had did some content, you was just like how you were kind of chilling, and then you
Mhm.
looked online, and you was like, "How many streams did I get?
Yeah, like I'm
Wasn't that
still like every
crazy?"
time it goes up, I'm just like,
Yes.
what? I'm still every time and every time I see people are listening to it or I get a message from someone new, it just goes to show. I have my days where I'm just like, okay, am I getting out there? But every day is new followers. Every
Yes.
day is new people. I'm losing followers, gaining followers. People are coming on. Every day I'm looking at the streams. They keep going up. I keep hitting certain milestones. I'm just like, it hasn't even been 2 weeks yet. It's been out for about 10, 11 days now.
Uh huh.
With it, yeah, so it's been like, yeah, it's a little bit over 10, 11 days, and yeah, it's doing good. I'm grateful to be an independent artist, no, big backing behind you, and to have that love, it means a lot.
Girl, like I said, I
Mhm.
love the album, honey. And
Thank you.
so what was the inspiration behind the title Kept Kissing Frogs?
Ah man, that we'll be here all like we'll take up a
Okay.
whole hour talking about that. But the main thing that came behind that, I'm like, I hope it's romantic, and
Hmm.
I've been knew I was working on a project, but I didn't have a name for it. And then one day I could just say it came from God because I don't know where
Hmm.
it came from, and I kept playing with the words keep kissing frogs because I always was like, okay, so my biggest thing was not about trying to find the prince charming. I felt like we keep making mistakes, keep doing those things. So it's not, people think that frogs is just about relationships. It's not
Yeah.
about just about relationships. It's all encompassing of relationship with friends, relationships with significant others,
Hmm.
relationships with yourself, relationship with jealousy, relationship
Mm.
with fear. It's all
Yeah.
those different things that frogs are, right? And
Hmm.
so when I first came up with the kept kissing frogs, I was like, we you know this album is like honestly been like 4 or 5 years in the making of me
Hmm.
stopping and going, putting out songs, projects, working with other people, working on myself. And with that, every time that I would be at that pinnacle of keep going and getting higher, like I did my live recording in
Hmm.
2023, all these things, I would stop. Something in life always
Oh
happens. Like
yeah.
life was happening. And I was just like, I was so tired of it. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to keep kissing frogs. I
Yeah.
was like, it was kept kissing frogs because that's what I used to do in the past. I'm not that person anymore.
Yeah.
But then I wanted to make it bigger. So the acronym for frogs is forgive, release, overcome, and grow in order to soar. So those
Ooh.
frogs, you have to forgive, release, overcome, and grow in order to get to that next level.
Hmm.
So once I started realizing that, then Kept Kissing Frogs just became a whole nother huge, gigantic purpose.
Yes.
And that's what it turned into. But that was all from God. I did not know where it was coming from. He literally gave me the idea and I just ran with it.
Well, honey, it's a masterpiece. Like I said, it's so
Yes.
melodic. It
Thank
gives
you.
you
Okay,
different feels. It gives like jazz. It gives like
yes.
relax and chill. It gives a
Uh-huh.
whole lot of soul, and it's just real. You know what I'm saying? Like you could play it at any given time, at anywhere, and just really vibe out. So I enjoy it. I mean,
And I
but
love that because
clearly,
I wanted to everybody to have their favorite. I wanted
yeah,
you all to have something because that's all parts of me. I didn't never. I was like, I'm not the type of person to put in a box. Like I love all different types of music. I grew up listening to all different types of music, and
yeah,
each one of them is still part of me. Is each one of them is still my style. It's still
yeah.
so. I wanted to put the project together. Like I've had way more songs than that. Like we narrowed it down to 15. Like literally,
Hmm.
I had songs that I had to get re-recorded,
Wow.
different things that, ups and downs when it comes down to producers, where, and this is why I write 95 to 100% of my songs. I write everything,
Yeah.
so, and this makes it easier for when it's time to make and choose. And I'm not saying I love collaborating. Like I
Hmm.
collaborated with some amazing writers on here, not as many as before because this project was my story. So that's
Uh-huh.
why I kept it minimal on how many people I collaborated with because I
Yeah.
wanted it to be it was almost like my baby. I was writing this book.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted most of it to be my story, but it's just crazy how it came together. Even like even the way that the way that I put them in order from the past, like it's broken down from the past to the present to the future, like what
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why it's so many different melodic changes when it comes down to the different but it's all, they all match each other. That was the
Yeah.
goal.
Well, honey, like I said, you did your thing, and you could
Thank
tell that it
you.
was very much thought about, like really hard. And you were like,
Yeah.
I want it to sound like this. I want it to be
Yeah.
this way. And you took your time with it, and I
Yeah.
can tell. And it's amazing. It's so
Yes.
amazing.
Yes.
So
Thank you.
of course, you're so welcome. So you recently performed at the City Winery in
Yes.
Atlanta, and you
Yes.
put your beautiful voice on the line. Now, I will say, you were vulnerable enough to dedicate an incredible song
Oh,
to your
thank
friend, the late legendary Malcolm Jamal Warner.
you.
And so, was it hard being that transparent? Because a lot of us, especially empaths like myself, when you
Mm-hmm.
feel something, you really
Yeah.
don't even realize how open you're being. But
Mm-hmm.
looking back, was it hard for you to do that, or was it just like, what, this is me, y'all gonna get it, and let me just take you inside of my world and where I'm at right now?
Looking back at it, at that moment, it was hard. At
Yeah,
that moment, so what people don't know is I found out on the way to the venue. Like, this is my headlining show.
yeah,
So, and I found out by accident. It was, I try not to be on social media like the day of the show, but of course I'm an independent artist, so we have to promote and make sure
yeah.
people get their last minute tickets, come out
Mm-hmm.
there, because everybody that showed up for me, yeah, I had some featured artists on there,
Mm-hmm.
but they wasn't obligated to sell no tickets, and nobody, to be there. The people that
Yeah,
showed up was supposed they came to see me. And so I had clicked on Instagram just to go like, hey guys, I'm on my way to the venue. Come,
yeah.
and um it was, I clicked on it, and the first post that I saw
Mm-hmm.
was, and I clicked right off. I didn't even go. I just turned I put my phone, I just put it, like, I put the black screen, how you
Yeah,
do a close the
yeah.
screen. And so we went to go pick up my homegirl who was selling my merch, and she
Mm-hmm.
got in the car and she was like, you didn't, and I was like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Whatever you
don't,
see, don't
yeah.
tell me. And my cousin
Mm-hmm.
was about to, and he said, and I said, I don't know what's going on, but don't tell me nothing about nothing on social media. So
Yeah,
in my head, it was out of body experience where I pretended that it didn't happen. I was like,
yeah,
oh, that's a hoax. It's fake. You know how
yeah,
things, like,
yeah,
they've done that before. I was like, it's fake. Somebody playing games. And I'm just going to continue to ignore it. So
yeah.
I pretended that it was fake. So
Mm-hmm.
when I was getting my makeup done, my makeup artist came in and she was doing my makeup, and she was like, girls, did you hear about Malcolm Jamal Warner?
I
And
would have
she
said,
didn't know. She didn't know.
oh,
And I was like,
yeah,
no, girl, I think that's fake. I was like, that was my real friend. I don't believe it. Like that.
yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
so, and then I just couldn't, I just started crying. And so she was like, no, 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 don't worry about it. It's probably a hoax. Like, she played into it knowing that,
Because we
that,
all thought that.
yeah. And so I, I got through the first half of the show. And before I went, the last song, which was a cover, a jazz song. And one thing about our friendship, we always exchanged music and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Like, most people knew him as Theo, and not to make this all about that, the tragedy,
yeah,
but
yeah,
most people knew him as Theo. I knew him as Malcolm. I knew him as the creative. I knew him as the jazz musician. I knew him as the spoken word. That was how I knew him. I knew him as, I'm the one that got him to get an iPhone, and he bothered me with everything
yeah,
tech. He called me for everything. So that's what I knew him as. And so I was able to form a real bond. And so it was only right. And I couldn't hold it anymore. I couldn't pretend that it wasn't real. I knew it was real at that point. And so the only thing that I could do, put on my spirit, was to dedicate the song to
yeah.
him. Yeah.
Well, I felt that performance 100%. You
Oh, thank
gave
you.
a lot, and
Thank
in
you.
that moment, just seeing you hurt, it
Mm-hmm.
took me back. And I mean, I don't mind being transparent, but everybody knows me. My mom passed last year, a little over
Oh,
560 days. And when you
sorry.
say, I try to act like it wasn't even happening.
Yeah.
Because I got
Yeah.
a call and I almost hung up on the lady like, nope,
Yeah.
mm-mm. And
Hmm.
so just to get through certain moments and then that pain all at once, it's like I don't even want to know. So I will say that you were very transparent. You were amazing. Like I could hear every emotion in your music. And like I said, just seeing other performances of yours, bravo,
Thank
literally.
you. Thank you.
Girl,
Thank you.
because somebody else would have ugly cried and walked off stage. Would have been me. Like,
Not the
cut
ugly
the music.
cop. Right.
Like, I can't. But you,
Right.
you did that.
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
did that, honey.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that. Thank you. At that moment, it was just me honoring
Yeah,
someone in that creative space that I shared that. And the last time I seen him was in City Watery,
yeah.
backstage at City Watery, coming to see his show. And the last
Mm-hmm.
text I got from him was him texting me that he couldn't make my show, and he was upset about that because he was going
Yeah.
to be in Costa Rica. And
Mm-hmm.
so to know that, he was in Costa Rica, and that was the last message that I got from him. It took me a while. I still, I've come to terms with it because
Yeah.
I've come to peace with it because I know that I was blessed and he was blessed. We were blessed to have that, to cross paths on this journey,
Yes.
right? And so I honored that part, and I don't take that for granted, and I got peace with it. We lose a lot of people. It's a part of life, grief, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
In every form, and and I'm learning to, not to say it gets easier every
Yeah.
time. It could be harder every time we lose a part of ourselves, but I just know I will do myself an injustice and our friendship of injustice because he believed in me. And
Yes.
so for me to stop what I'm doing or to lose myself,
Mm.
to not to keep going, to succeed, I don't think he will want that. So I'm just gonna keep going, and I just have someone else, another person rooting for me on the other
Yes.
side. So yeah.
Well, honey, we're rooting for you all the way from Kansas City, Missouri. And
Yes,
everything you
thank
just
you.
said, I feel because I know every time I feel like giving up, I can feel my
Yes.
mom's spirit like, nope, nope.
Yeah, like I wish
So
I
I
would.
felt
People,
that.
yeah. You got people rooting for you. You rooting for yourself,
Yes.
but you got people who really got your back and rooting for you. And it will be so wrong to
Mm.
not to give up and not live life because they can't live it anymore. So you have to live your life to the fullest while you are
Yep.
still here because everybody has a time, everybody
Yeah.
has a day, and
Hmm.
so you have to live it as much as you can while you can. Yeah.
Absolutely, honey. So just to pick it up on a higher note,
Yeah.
child. So your beautiful song, I Love Myself, spoke
Yeah.
in depth. Listen, it spoke about, to me, I got inner strength, I got healing, I got all of that. So,
Yeah.
what message do you want your listeners to get every time that they listen to that song? What do you want them to internalize from that song?
I want everyone that listens to that song to challenge themselves and hold themselves accountable
Mhm.
to know that we are our biggest critics, right?
Mhm.
But to know that if the world ends tomorrow and you was the last person on this earth, you would have to be with yourself.
Yeah.
So you have to love yourself to the fullest. And I just want everyone to challenge us. I've had people who say that they never even thought about that or they never even realized that they didn't love themselves. And I just
Mhm.
want to challenge people to love themselves more because if you do, the way that you treat others, because they say do others unto others how you want to be
Yeah.
treated, right? It will show off on how you interact with other humans if you love
Mhm.
yourself. A lot of people that's out here and angry or you know being jealous or being petty and all of that stuff, a
Mhm.
lot of them is because internally they see something in someone else that
Yep.
they don't like in themselves.
Mhm.
So I challenge you to, and I'm not just saying that just from my song, but I feel like when I want you to be able to use my song as a first step to continue to grow and love yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I feel that also 100%. A lot of us,
Yeah.
we love so many people, so many things that we forget to stop and say, you know what, I love you, girl. Or just act like,
Yeah.
like just pouring into yourself 100%. It's
Yeah.
so easy to forget to do that. And a lot of us think that we're doing a good job, but you're really not, because we're
Yeah.
sad, we're going through the
Yeah.
motions, and
Yeah.
honey, life can be over in 20 minutes. So
That's
you
true.
really have to say, you know what, let me sit down and dedicate some time, whether it's self-care, whether it's
Self-care, mental health,
meditating, whatever it
all of
is.
that.
And
All of that.
yeah, so I definitely agree with that. So these are the things that Miss Bonita Jalane has coming up, y'all. So you have the album release celebration for
Yeah.
Kept Kissing Frogs on August 19th. That'll be at
Yes.
Sea Salt Howell Mill in Atlanta. And then your
Yes.
performance 8/22, August
Mm-hmm.
22,
Yes.
at So Far Sounds Atlanta also. And
Yes.
then you have your performance for the Lock Expo at Louder Milk Center on August 23rd. Girl, you
Yes.
rolling. How
Yeah.
exciting are all those things back to back to back to back like that?
Yeah. Yeah. God is good. And
Oh
then
my God.
September, I haven't put out like the stuff I'm doing in September yet,
Mhm.
but supposed to be Sweet Auburn Fest and a few other things. So, listen, I'm okay with being booked and busy. And then
Yes.
in October, I'm gonna be going to North Carolina with everybody I need. I'm gonna be doing a huge campaign and pushing that because I'm doing a telethon, and this is gonna be so
Okay.
dope because like the hour's time slot that I'm gonna be performing, that's when you can donate, and that
Yeah.
goes to charity for the time that I'm gonna be performing. So you guys can have watch parties, and I just need everybody to stream it and watch it. Where they
Yes.
have the link or whatever. I think that's gonna be really dope, and it's gonna be my first time. So yeah,
Okay. Well, you know I'm
yeah,
a watch, honey, because I love to
yes.
get, get all the good news, the good tea, and
Thank you so
really
much for your
satisfactory
support.
performances.
You have been
Yes.
so supportive and like motivating since you reached out to me. And sometimes all it takes is a like, a comment,
Yeah.
a repost, a share. That doesn't cost you any money. And
It doesn't.
I see you and I appreciate you. And if when I see I post something and I see you comment, I'm like,
Yeah.
she about to outdo my mom. You're my
Oh
mother,
my
like neck and neck
goodness.
in the support. And
Girl,
I appreciate that so much. I really do. 10 times more people like you. 10
you
times more
know
people like
what?
you. Yeah.
I'm gonna be with you. I've always been a big supporter. Everybody that I come in contact with, all of my guests. I have Bella Black on here. I had
Yeah. Oh, that's
Christina
my girl.
Johnson,
Yeah.
Chef Tergay,
Uh-huh.
Brayley Evans, and everybody says the same thing. And I said, well, I
Yeah.
guess it's just who I am. But I
Yeah.
love to see amazing people doing amazing things. And you are really showing up and showing out. And everything I
Thank
see you doing,
you.
I'm like, you know what? I want to make sure that they know. I want to make sure that
Thank
they know. And it is
you.
all love,
I
honey.
do. I see it
Seriously.
and I appreciate it. And on those times where sometimes you got to keep yourself pushing and you got to continue to believe in yourself daily, like seeing that extra support, that
Yeah.
means a lot. So thank you again. If
Of
I never
course.
tell you that, I want to say thank you now. Thank
Of
you.
course, you're
Mhm.
welcome. And honey, and
Yeah.
I tell everybody, I'm so excited to move to Atlanta next year because that's the mecca of entertainment.
Yes.
And
Yes.
Tay, she
Hmm.
like people invite me to come down to different things, and I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
in Kansas City, I can't. But honey, we're gonna change that next year because I am outside for life.
There you
Right
go. And
next
there's
year.
always something to do in Atlanta. I'll
It
be in the house.
is.
If I'm not doing something, I'm in the house. Trust me, I'm a
Yeah.
homebody. But it's always events, always shows, always stuff going on. So yeah, you'll be in good company.
Yes, I definitely want
Yeah.
to collab with some amazing
Yeah.
people, and they're on the way.
Yes.
So if you could collab with any artist, male or female, who would that be?
Alive? I mean, like I mean, the list will be forever.
I
Okay.
know.
Um, it's
Who
so
comes to mind
many.
right now?
Right
Like,
now, Usher.
okay, that'd be
And I
good.
don't know if you caught it. If you listen to my album,
Uh-huh.
my song called Fast Cars. Listen to it
Hmm.
again.
I
And
like
that is
it.
is a tribute to Usher. It's like a low key, small
Okay.
tribute to Usher. It's so many different Easter eggs. If you're a real Usher fan, you'll catch
Yeah.
them. And
Uh-huh.
hopefully one day he listens and catches it. Yeah, but that's a homage to Usher.
I
Yeah, so I
like
would
it.
definitely
I'm
love
gonna
to
have to listen
support.
to it again because I didn't catch
Yeah.
the tea on it
I'm
being.
telling you, there's so many. They real subtle. Because of course, I'm like I just admire his work. I used to be in love with him when I was a teenager. He
Yeah.
was plastered all over my world, but of course be reality. I know he's in
Right.
love with me too. He can't get enough of me. You
Right.
know, in Paris, Kim gave me a kiss on the cheek. In
Oh my
Atlanta, he's trying to give
goodness.
me cherries. We know this, but no. Overall, as far as joking aside,
Yeah.
like I really admire him and look up to him as an artist. I feel
Yeah.
like I've been an Usher fan like since his first album, where I shouldn't have been listening to it because it shouldn't have been listening to him because I was not old enough. But
Girl.
um, I will say that everything, and I'm big on manifestation. If you look at
Mm-hmm.
some interviews and different stuff that Usher, everything that he said, or somebody's asked him in an interview, or he a dream that he aspired to, he's accomplished. And
Mm.
I feel like that's a testament of how my career is going too. It's not fast. I
Yeah.
call myself like the tortoise in the hare. Like,
Yeah.
it's I collect turtles for a reason. Like, it literally is, but I feel like I'm gonna win the race at the end of the day, and so I'm grateful
It
for this
is.
journey. Yeah, I'm
Yes,
grateful for
honey.
this journey.
So,
Yeah.
okay, okay. Are you working on anything for 2026? I know that that's a little far fetched, but you never know. Somebody may have something going on. If you do,
Mm-hmm.
please share. But if you want to wait, that's cool too. I just want to make sure that the tempo is keeping up, child. That's
Whatever
it.
God has for me, like, I'm just grateful for this album. I pray that it gets in more households. I become a
Yes.
household name, and
Uh-huh.
more stuff and more music, more shows, more opportunities, brand deals, whatever God has for me.
Mm.
I'm more purpose, panels, talking to other people, you know, being an inspiration, helping with self esteem as well as mental health. I'm all for everything. So I don't want to put myself in a box of, I'm just open to whatever God has for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You took that right out of my mouth because those are the things that I'm manifesting panels
Yes.
and real big situations where
Yeah.
I'm a Kansas City girl, but I want to be out there in the world. Like I've
Yeah.
always wanted to do what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
And I can just feel God saying, you know what, just keep on talking to me about it.
Live
I'm
shows, all
listening.
of that.
And
Yep.
I write it down and then I'll fold my paper up and I'll tuck it somewhere. And then when things start happening, I cross them off like he said. He
Yeah.
said. So for
I love
sure, I
that.
definitely believe in everything that God has going on for me.
Yeah.
So this is the part where we get into fun facts about Bonita Jalane. So what is a
Okay.
fun fact about you that people think they know but they don't really know, or something you want to clarify? Like, no, that's not what it is.
I don't know. I don't know. Oh, fun fact. Okay, I eat ice. I
You
take.
know, I seen that video.
Yeah.
I said that used to be me. Oh
I
my
got my
god.
ice right here, like
Oh my
literally
god.
sitting
Science.
here.
Is it
But
science ice?
I take my iron pills and I still eat ice. I don't know. It's something about it. Like, it's just like I don't know. I just like doing it. It calms my
Yeah.
nerves sometimes,
Yeah.
anxiety or whatever. But not claiming that. But I love the
Yeah.
ice. A lot of people, some people who follow me, they know that I paint. Like, a lot of
Hmm.
paintings. I want to do an art show one. That is a goal of mine, to one day do an art show and incorporate music and art. I feel like that would really, really dope. Get other artists
Yes.
that do create as well. So I'm working on something like that. And then also, like, a side thing that I do, like, I'm really big on decorating.
Uh-huh.
So I've decorated, like, not only my house, I've decorated my cousin's house. I've helped, I'm helping with my mom with decoration. So and my mom, like, I got that from my mother. I'm really big on, like, interior design. For like
Yeah.
2 years when I first bought my house, and still now, I was addicted to HDTV. So
Oh my
yeah, I'm
god.
really, big on that. So I feel like that's gonna be something that I will, do in another life too. So yeah, that's some fun.
Okay. Well, it sounds like you well rounded to me. Whatever
Yeah.
you put your little hands on, it sounds like it's gonna be rolling. So
Yes.
I love it, and I definitely love taking the time to talk to you because
Yes.
when I say I watch your videos, I see what you're doing, you're moving around and everything, and it looks so authentic, it's so genuine,
Oh,
and
thank
you are
you.
just really coasting through. You are really like just sliding through.
Yeah, and I am, and
Yeah,
I'm grateful. A lot of times we look at even the levels that we get to. I've noticed that it's different levels. I feel like I'm even though y'all watching it too, right? Y'all
yeah,
getting to see it. Like,
yeah,
I'm getting to see it too. So it's
yeah.
a lot of times where I'm like, oh shoot, what's next?
Right.
I did that. That's me. Okay. Okay,
Yes.
Benita. I see you. I see you. So
Okay.
I give myself pep talks all the time. Pep talk
Oh,
tag, but I give
okay.
myself pep talks all the time. I give myself grace on those days where I'm not feeling it. I give myself I congratulate and give myself flowers, you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean,
Yeah.
on the great things. Even sometimes when I come up with something, I'm like, okay, okay, Benita,
Right. Pat
that
on
was
the back.
good. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I get to see it too. And even when you do something and you feel like sometimes you don't get the recognition that you expect to
Yeah.
get, I give it
Mhm.
to myself. So
Yeah.
that is, and I also hold myself accountable when I know, like, I'm like, okay, no, you in this too long. Why you
Yeah.
being sad? You know that God has a bigger purpose.
Yeah.
You know, why you upset that this opportunity closed? He closed because God didn't
Mhm.
want you there, you know, or he,
Mhm.
you know, it's not time yet. So I do hold myself accountable for those times too.
Well, I love that, and I love that you continue to use the word accountable because my husband can't stress it enough, and I'm like, get out of here,
Mhm.
stop. So that is a very big
That's a curse
deal for
word to
us
people that's not
women.
healed. Not just joking.
Yes, accountability, accountability. We got to say it out loud so we can start
Yes.
taking it because a lot of us duck and dodge
Hmm.
accountability. Like, ain't nothing wrong with
Hmm.
me. Ain't nothing. I'm right out of time. I said, and that's me.
Yeah.
So, but I love that you highlight accountability to a T. I would love to pop into one of your shows.
Yes, I
It's just,
can't
it's so
wait.
much. It's so much that I want to be bothered with dealing with you. And I'm excited for you because I see you
Yes.
taking off and I see you're taking your time and you're humble. And that actually trains me like, hey, because I do have anxiety. I'm like, oh my God, I got to do this. And my mind is just
Hmm.
going. And then I'm just like, oh my
Hmm.
God. But then you have to slow down and say, you know what?
Yep.
Everything is going to happen in divine timing.
Yep.
You
That's
can't rush
what
God on what he going to
breathe. It's
do.
times where I
Hello?
literally mentor has told me, like, mentors have told me, like, breathe. Like,
Yeah.
I spoke to you, even with Malcolm, it was a lot of times where I'd be like, I want to be this type of famous or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll be like, be careful what you wish for.
Mm.
And he'll also say, he said, you got everything. You
Yeah.
literally, he was like, you're going to get everything that you set out to get. I have no doubt about that. The way that you
Yeah.
grind, the way you know, look for it and stuff. I don't expect anything from anybody. My biggest thing is I do need help a lot of times. I do need the support a lot of times, but I always want people to know, like, I'm willing to do the work. I'm putting in the work. So I'm not asking for any handouts. And
Yeah.
a lot of times, like, people, like, you might know a lot of people, and I've been blessed to meet a lot of people. And
Mm-hmm.
when someone says they're going to do something, they actually do it. But I love this journey so much. I'm okay with making sure that God gets all the credit.
Yes.
So every opportunity, every time someone does something for me, I'm like, sometimes when someone does, like, like, even like when I tell you, when you post and you do different things, or
Mm-hmm.
even Urban Magazine came on here, and when someone doesn't have to, like, when I seen them, they posted my album, and
Yeah.
I'm like, you have publicists, you have all these different people. When you have somebody really support you, when they
Yeah.
start supporting you when you don't have to ask, that's when you're
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, you know what, God, that's what I need more of. Give me
Yeah.
more of that. Give me more of that motivation to keep going, because it's insane. We as artists, we put ourselves up to be judged,
Yeah.
to do that, and it's not always easy. And I say that to other artists, like, keep going. Be your own biggest fan,
Yeah.
because once you do, that energy would transcend. Like, that will
Mm-hmm.
become a mirror, and people will start to piggyback off that energy, and that's why I keep going.
You got to, honey. And the crazy thing is, the bulk of your support comes from people that don't know you, people in different states, different cities, and you're like, oh my God, how do they know
Bring
who
it
I am?
on.
Or you know what
Bring
I'm
it on.
saying?
I'm trying to go
Yes, you
overseas.
like, hey,
I've
well,
been having
whatever the
people.
case.
I've been looking at some of the streams I'm big on right now. Like, as an independent artist, what I love to be able to see, and I feel like, even, the more help I get, like, shout out to United Masters being signed to them, but I'm still doing a lot of work. But when I
Yeah.
start to see, like, the insights of people Shazamming my stuff in France and
Oh
Brussels
wow.
and different stuff like that, I'm like, okay, what we doing? What we coming over there?
Like what we got going on
You know
here?
what I'm saying? So I can't wait to travel more. I can't wait to do more shows. I
Mm-hmm.
love Atlanta. Outside of Atlanta, I love that I've been going home a lot to do more shows. I can't wait to do more shows in New York.
I was just getting ready to
That
say
is the
that's New York,
goal.
right? Yeah, I do my
Yes.
little bit of research, child.
Yes. So that's the goal, to start doing more shows in New York. That's coming, so, but I'm not putting my biggest thing before. I used to be like, oh, what my future look like, or what this gonna look like.
Yeah.
On this journey, I've been loving the present.
Yes.
This moment, me sitting here talking to you about my album. This is the present. This is the flowers I'm getting today. This is the
Yeah.
joy. This is the win for today. each moment on this journey has been absolutely amazing, and
Mhm.
you only get this time once, right?
Yep.
So I'm not the person that I was when I first started doing this music and I first was
Mhm.
singing hooks for Dipset and doing different things and
Oh my God, what?
nobody knew my name. I'm not that person, right?
Yeah,
And I think I'm grateful for that journey that got me here, but I
yeah,
would never get that back because that was the first now. So I want
yeah.
to enjoy this while I'm in this moment, because there is going to be a time where I might I take for granted sitting on my couch and streaming and watching Scandal or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Rewatching
yeah.
Scandal. It might be a time where I'm like, I gotta catch a nap on a plane because I got multiple shows back to back.
Mm,
So then I'll appreciate this moment now. So
yeah.
yeah, yeah,
I love it, honey. Well
yeah.
said, very eloquently. Like I said, honey, you are on go, and I'm happy to see it. I'm proud of you. I'm always proud
Thank
of somebody. I'm
you.
always happy for somebody. But at
Thank
the end of the
you.
day, you are a
Yes,
brown girl too, and you're independent, and you're
yes.
pushing, and you're doing your thing, and you're talking to God while doing it. So who
Only
don't love
one,
that?
but God.
Yes.
But
Well, I just want to let you know that you are now a teacup. Anybody that has been on my show is inducted into the Teacup Hall of Fame,
I wish I
honey.
had my
So,
teacup. My teacup.
okay. I didn't bring mine up here this time, but I already knew the tea was going to be what it was, so I didn't need none in my cup. But
Yes.
listen, keep doing your thing. I definitely hope to see you around somewhere out there in the land, catch a show.
Yes.
And I'm going to continue to follow, and whatever I can do to continue to push the envelope for you, I am. I'm going to keep sharing and, stuff like that. But thank
Got
you
me
so much.
smiling from ear to ear. This is
Okay.
like this is a high that no one can take away, and I appreciate it so much. Like this means a lot that you took the time to wanna sit with me, and yeah, I appreciate it. I'm
Hey, you
grateful.
took the time right back to be like,
Yeah,
okay, girl. And I'm like,
yeah,
yay.
yes.
So listen, I know that you have some things, to do and coming up,
Hmm.
and you got to chill out and relax, relate, release, and get your act together. So
Yeah,
I will definitely say thank you again. Enjoy the rest of
yes.
your day, and I'm gonna continue to push the envelope. Don't worry about it. I got
Thank you. And trust me, and girl, you are one of, like, I tell all the people, like, a lot of times when people think about publications, like what certain artists will only do certain publications, or they'll be give other publications like a first dib, and they like, oh, you think they're paying them? No, it's because you guys supported us from the beginning.
you. Yeah.
So the bigger I get, the bigger you get. You call me like, I want to do, girl, I got you.
Okay.
Put it on the schedule. So
Period.
it's the times where it's one or two people listening to when it's 200, 300 people listening. I got you.
Thank you so much. I wonder if this
Yes.
thing works. You know how back in the day, Instagram is crazy. You know how I used to do where you could see the heart come up?
Yeah.
Whatever. Anywho, it's still
Listen,
love. It don't
they do.
matter.
Yes.
Well,
Thank you
honey,
so
you,
much.
of course, you just keep doing you, keep smiling, keep letting
Mhm.
them see your dimples and different things like that. Keep shaking them down, and that's just how it is.
Yes. More music, more like, keep pushing Kept Kissing Frogs. We're gonna do more show, more visuals for Kept Kissing Frogs. I'm
Yes.
excited about doing that. And yeah, gonna just keep going.
Okay, girl. Well,
Okay.
hey, like I said, I'll continue to see what tea is, and I'm definitely going to listen to that song again and see if I can hear some subliminal
Oh,
from Mr.
you'll catch
Raymond,
him.
child. So
You'll catch
I'm
him
on to
now.
that now.
Uh-huh.
But again, have a good rest of your day, and
Thank
just
you.
just let God continue to be your guide, honey.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're
I appreciate you.
welcome. Of
Have a good
course.
one. Okay,
Bye.
bye.